Hey guys, we're here at Academy in Sports and Fitness Training. Today we're going to cover a squat. We're going to talk about two things, the width in the squat and also the depth in your squat. Alright, so a couple people sometimes want to do a narrow squat or a wide squat. Well, I'm going to try to show you which way you should try to find so that your feet are set up correctly and your form is also set up correctly. If you are too narrow in a stance, which Elisa's going to do right now, okay, and you go down into a squat, please go down into a squat. What you're going to see is that you're going to feel a lot of tension in your hips. That is something you do not want, okay? And then if you go wide, so outside shoulder width, what you're going to notice is when she goes down into a squat, the knees are going to come in, all right? So you want to try to find, okay, the middle spot, okay? So try to shimmy your feet in, okay? And once you do, what you should see is that once you go down into a squat, you should see that your knees should be right over your toes, okay? And make sure that your feet are not turning out or in, okay? And knees over the toes, and you shouldn't be feeling too much tension in your hips, okay? Hips and knees should not be under too much tension. Keep that in mind, okay? Next, we're going to cover depth, okay? So I'm going to have Elisa turn sideways, okay? And what I don't want to see when you do a squat is the butt wink, okay? So when she comes down all the way down into a squat, what happens is she finds herself with a rounded lower back. That is something you don't want. Come on up. Okay, you put a lot of tension in your lower back when that happens. Okay, so here what we're trying to do is really brace our core, okay, and engage those leg muscles. So by going too far, okay, you're gonna put a lot of tension in your lower back. Okay, so I want you to come down to a full squat without a butt wink. Okay, so what you want to try to keep is a vertical, okay, spine. Okay, nice and straight here with no roundness in the lower back. Okay, come all the way up. What I have here is a PVC pipe. You can use this to help you find your depth. Okay. What you can do is you're going to place it on your back, and you want to make sure you stay in contact with the back of your head and your tailbone. Okay. So as you travel down, okay, I'm going to have you turn just a little bit. So turn your feet, just so the camera can see you. So travel down into your squat. Okay. As you come down, you want to make sure that your head and tailbone stay in contact with the PVC pipe. Okay. Come on up. Now, when she travels too far down, what you're going to notice is that the PVC pipe here is going to come away from her body. Then that means your depth is a little bit too low. Okay, so I'm going to have you go all the way down. As she travels down, okay, this is going to lift. So you see that separation there? That is what you don't want. Okay, so come on up. As you can see, Elisa has a really good depth in her squat. So rotate a little bit more now. Go this way. What do you think? Other way. Right there. Okay. So now, I want you to bring the head forward a little bit. So as she squats down, now if you rest there. Again, okay, make sure that the neck is neutral with the spine, because right here, the separation with the head and the PVC pipe has happened. Okay, so you want to make sure you pick the head up, keep in contact with that PVC pipe, tailbone in contact there, now travel up. Perfect. Thank you, Lisa. So those are two ways there to find your depth. Okay, and also find where your feet should be in a regular squat stance so that you don't feel any tension in your knees or hips. You want to keep the tension in those legs and have a nice braced core. All right, thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions, please comment below.